Whispers Across the Border, an ASMR story of love and separation. The room was dimly lit by the amber glow of an oil lamp. Amir sat by the window, a notebook resting on his lap. Outside, Lahore was unusually quiet. The streets were still, as though holding their breath. It was the summer of 1947. The city had been restless for weeks. Whispers of change traveled faster than the wind, and though Amir was only 19, he could feel the weight of history pressing against the wall of his home. He dipped his pen into the inkwell, pausing before writing the first word. His hands trembled, not from fear, but from the thought of her, Zara. They had grown up together in the same street. Her laughter had been the soundtrack of his childhood. But now, rumors said there would be borders, lines drawn not in ink but in fire, and Zara's family would soon be gone, perhaps forever. My dearest Zara, he began, if the streets we know become divided, remember that the sky above us is still one. No one can take away the clouds we have watched together or the sounds of the rain that falls on both our roofs. He wrote slowly, savoring every word. The letter wasn't just ink, it was his soul on paper. By the time he signed his name, the rain had stopped. He folded the paper gently, slid it into an envelope, and sealed it with wax. The next day, the streets were crowded with carts, people carrying bundles, children clutching toys. Zara's house stood open, the sound of hurried packing filling the air. When Amir saw her, she was holding a small wooden box. Her eyes were red, but she smiled when she saw him. I have something for you, he whispered. This is my promise that no matter where we are, I will find a way to write to you. She pressed the letter to her chest. And I will write back, she said softly, even if the wind has to carry it. Days turned into weeks. Amir's letter began their journey across a border, patrolled by suspicion and fear. Some reached Zara, some were lost. But each time her reply arrived, he would read it in the quiet of night, his fingers tracing the familiar curves of her handwriting. Her words were like drops of water to a thirsty soul. Amir, in this new place, I miss the sound of the rain in Lahore. I miss the way the streets smelled after the first monsoon. I miss you most of all. Years passed, letters grew fewer. Life in both countries moved forward, but neither of them forgot. Amir became a teacher, Zara a nurse. In their own ways, they carried hope quietly, like a candle kept alive in the wind. It was a summer of 1972 when Amir, now a man in his 40s, stepped off a train in Amritsar. He wasn't sure if Zara would come. The world has changed so much. Borders had grown taller, hearts sometimes colder. But then there was she, standing a few steps away, holding a letter. I kept it, she whispered. It was the same letter he had written 25 years ago. The paper was fragile, but the words were unbroken. He sat beneath a tree, not speaking much. The years had said enough. When Amir finally spoke, his voice was as soft as the rustle of leaves. We couldn't stop the world from changing, but we carried each other through it. Zara smiled, and that, she whispered, is enough.